What's going on, and welcome back to another less than 5-minute gear review. And in this video we're going to be going over the London Bridge 30-liter everyday duffel. Now this guy is going to cost you roughly around 170 bucks, but if you can find this thing on sale, you can usually get a really good deal, especially because they're always doing sales on their website throughout the year, and they do really good sales, especially on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, which is coming up here pretty soon. So definitely keep an eye out, because I think I got roughly around 50% off on this thing, or close to that, and it was a total steal. Now I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger when it comes down to it. I thought it was going to be a 40 or a 50 liter bag. I just wasn't paying attention to the description, but it actually works out really well for me, because this thing fits really well in one of the Pelican cases that I have that I use for travel, so I can throw my kit and gear and all of that in this, and then whenever I get to whatever destination I'm going to, I can transfer it over as a either gym bag or an everyday duffel. Back in the States, I would definitely use this kind of as an everyday duffel for either gym gear, or use it as a bag that I can throw extra kit in that I want to have in my vehicle in the event of any sort of contingency or crisis that may happen. So that way I have the additional kit that I need, but it only takes up a really small space. So I would highly recommend taking a look at this bag. It definitely has the space to be able to throw what you need in it, especially for me running small plate carriers. I can fit a small plate carrier in this, and it is completely concealed, especially if you throw this down in the floorboards. You can't even see this thing in the back seat. So with that, I'm going to go through the exterior and then flip it over, or flip in open, and then that way you can see the interior of this guy and then make the determination of whether or not this is a bag that you may want to purchase for yourself. So with that, you have your handles on the outside. You have a little bit of a Velcro connector, so that way if you want to take those two handles and connect them, you have that ability. You have your shoulder strap, which is really nice. I'm not a big shoulder strap person, but hey, if you need it, it's there. On the exterior, you do have this laser cut MOLLE right here, so if you want to add pouches onto this, you have that ability. I don't foresee myself doing that at all in the future, but in the event that I do need it, it's there, so I have that ability to do that. And I know a couple people that like to put bottles and all that on the exterior of their bags, so it's an option when it comes down to it. Backside has this little bit of extra material on the bottom, so that way when you're pulling this in and out of vehicles, you're not tearing up that Cordura material. From what it feels like kind of 500 denier Cordura, so it's lightweight, but it's robust. It's going to take a beating if you're throwing it around and all of that. And then on the exterior, you also have these zipper pockets that are pretty open and spacious when it comes down to it. You have a little bit of space to throw whatever you want in there, cell phones, wallets, paperwork. You have some space to be able to throw all of that in there. So there's one on each side, and then you actually have a little bit of Velcro on this side. So if you want to throw pouches and all that, you can throw pouches, or not pouches, but patches. You can throw patches on that Velcro. So like you can see, there's another zipper pocket over on this side, so you have more space to be able to carry what you need. In addition to that, when it comes to the zippers, I like these zippers. They're pretty like low profile, I guess you could say. They're not waterproof, but they do look, I like these zippers a lot more than just your completely exposed zipper. So I think it's a nice feature. The one thing that I have noticed between the two London Bridge bags that I bought, I actually bought both 30-day, the 30 liter everyday duffel and the backpack. These zippers, they got the 550 cord on these, and it's a low profile zipper, which is nice, but at the same time, with how big these YKK zippers are, I would have left the normal 550 in there and then added heat shrink onto that, just to give it a little bit better dexterity or traction, so when you're opening and closing these zippers, you don't slide off it, because this 550 cord, like outer shell, is actually pretty slick compared to some of the other 550 cord that I've used in the past. So I'm definitely going to make that upgrade to these zippers, all four that are on the exterior of this, just so that way it's a little bit better feeling and got a little bit better grip to it. So that's the only thing that I can really say about it that I wasn't totally satisfied with, but overall, when it comes down to it, I'm pretty happy with this whole product. So the interior of this is pretty straightforward, though. You have your giant open compartment and pocket for whatever you're going to throw in here, whether it's gear, clothes, and so on. And then you also have these two little pockets on either side, right behind where that zipper pocket is, to be able to throw additional items if you need. So it's pretty simple and straightforward when it comes down to it. I really like it. I'm really satisfied with it. I look forward to using it for the years to come. So with that, if you have any questions, please feel free, leave a comment. We'll answer any questions that you have. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.